What's up, guys? Blue Eyes Whiteboard here, BEWD, and here with my first deck profile. It is Tethys of Perfection, and it basically revolves around getting this guy out with a draw card, and you're gonna draw out your whole deck. And I'll explain how the deck works. And yeah, so here's the main play here. We're gonna set a Marshmallow on, right? Tribute for him, and then activate Magical Mallet. Shuffle any number of cards from your hand to your deck. Draw the same number of cards. His effect goes off. His effect is when you draw a fairy type monster, you can. So it's a win. You can. You can Google that. It misses its timing with most stuff. But, draw phase, it's fine. It's just Upstart Goblin won't work because they gain 1,000 life points after you draw. So it misses its timing. So the last thing that happened needs to be you drawing a fairy. But it doesn't miss its timing with Magical Mallet, with 1 day apiece, and with Reload. So I'm going to run those. Also, Card Destruction doesn't miss its timing with that either. So, yeah. If you haven't noticed, I'm running 30 fairies and 10 spells. So get him out and draw a card, and you're going to be drawing for a long time, which is cool. But if you might say, well, you're going to get 2 cards and then it's going to die at one of the spells. Well, if it stops at reload, right, then I can just activate it, then keep drawing. If it stops at this, I can keep drawing. If it stops at this, I can keep drawing. If it starts at Heavy Storm, that's pretty good too, because that's a really good card. You're going to nuke their thing and then start exploding. So it's not. I mean, there's not too many cards. It's basically like, think of it as like a magical merchant status. Like you're milling, and then you finally get to something good. That's pretty much what happens. So if you get the draw play off, that's pretty much a win condition, and I'll explain why. But I'm just gonna get into the deck right now. It is 3 Tethys, Goddess of Light. I tried to do 4, but the game wouldn't let me, so I just stopped at 3. There's some restrictions there or something like that. I think it's limited to 3, but that's okay. Marshmallow, 2 Marshmallow, it's okay. I mean, he's cute and adorable. They don't have the secret rare on this picture, but I have the secret rare versions, so I prefer those. Yeah, if you don't know what Marshmallow does, he sits there and then you tribute it for it, and then you hope that they don't have insectors. That's what he does. Okay. Earth. I run the agent engine because they're fairies. This one's really good because it's a Stratos and a tuner. So I do synchros with that, but not really because if you don't, I mean, not really because it's gonna die probably. But sometimes you never know. You could reborn it or something like that. But yeah, what it does. It's really good. It's limited, which is weird, but so yeah, it hurts the deck. Yeah. They limited it because of this deck. 3 Venus and running 3 Shine Ball because it has Agent in the name. It's a fairy, and then it is a really good card in this deck. You're gonna open with this much of the time. Activate it, spit 3 Shine Balls, overlay into a Gachi, and then boom, next turn you're gonna get Tethys out for sure. So that's why I really like it. It's as good of a wall as Marshmallow. It spreads itself out, and then always get 3 Shine Balls. It really makes me mad when I see, or it just kind of irritates me when I see people bring out 2 and and then they top deck 1. It's like, guys, their life points does not matter in this game, especially now. It hasn't mattered for a long time. It's like, why are you trying to save life points? And even for the decks you guys run, it's still like it puts it in the grave, and when it dies, it's just stupid. Anyway, you get three Shine Balls, and you're gonna get him out next turn. So really good card. 3 Master Hyperion, also really good card. If you don't know what it does, you can read it really quick. Boss monster. really good for this guy, but I'll get into that. It's he kind of nukes the back row on its own and can bait things out. He also special summons himself, so you don't have to normal summon it. That's pretty good in this deck with 30 monsters. Honest, I don't really know about this card. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, you're running Honest. It's a fairy. Like, when I saw that this was a fairy, like, I didn't even know it was a fairy. I just knew it was some busted Kalute thing. And when it was a fairy, I was like, yes! Put this in here. That's so good. You're going to draw right through it with the loop here. You know, it's just, it protects your monster. It gets over things. Amazing. Archlord Christina 2, yeah. Not going to get into that. Stop special summoning. That's pretty much win condition right there. A lot of times they can't get over this. You get this guy out, you know, take him. No, take him. Take one of these to your hand, and then they kill it. It top decks. Moving on. Herald of Orange Light running 3. Also a really good card in this deck. I'm running 30 fairies. So his effect pitches a fairy, so I could pitch, you know, this or this with him. Also, dead shine balls aren't so dead anymore because I'm going to use them to negate Insector Dragonfly. So boom, start nuking things. He's also a tuner, which is a little much, I think. Like, really? Make him a tuner? I don't know, it's really good. And then for my last 9 fairies, or actually 6 fairies, 7 fairies, we're going to go into the second win condition, which is Herald of Perfection. This thing is amazing. It is a fairy, 6-star, negates a spell, trap, or effect by what's the cost? Sending a fairy. Wow. I think I have enough fairies. The only way you can get them out is with Advanced Ritual Art, but that's extremely easy to get to your hand because you normal summon this guy. So pretty much there's a lot of other objectives to the deck, but you'll get hands where, you know, you'll get a couple of these, one of these, some of these, I don't know. And then this is the guy you want to go with. You normal summon him, he's a fairy, and he adds Herald of Perfection or Advanced Ritual Art to your hand. So this is just incredible. I mean, you're gonna if you open with him and him, for example, you're gonna normal summon him, get this, activate this, special this, and you got like a Sheehan plus thing, like a Charlie Sheehan. Their best bet is to overlay into like the Acid Golem to get over it. That's not good, but yeah, this is a really good second win condition. I like this the most, but this is pretty deadly. 2800 defense, yeah. And then I'm running one Kagami because it's a 6-star for this, pretty much. And then this guy is my third win condition. You get the drawing. Actually, well, it goes along with him, because if you just draw a bunch of fairies, that's not going to win you the game, really. If you just have a hand of 15 fairies, like, it's not going to win right away, but you cash in because you activate card destruction, send them all to the grave, draw a bunch of cards, you draw this guy. Happens every time, by the way. Special summon him, his effect, bring out him or him, attack for 8,000. So, yeah, and you can go Heavy Storm first, of course. But, yeah. Yeah, anyway, moving on. Advanced Ritual Art. Oh, yeah, he's a fairy, by the way. Yeah. Okay, Advanced Ritual Art. Limited. So, run 1. He brings out him. That's it. And, yeah. We got the Magical Mallets. Really good card. You can open up dead and then just use it. But if you have him on the field, it's a +3, so I really like it. No, it's +2. Well, yeah, it's at least a +2. Come on. I mean, okay, so if you only have Magical Mallet in your hand without any of these, okay, and then you use it when he's on the field, and then you top deck into this, or this, then yeah, it's a 0. But I mean, you're probably gonna get another mallet, and then you can activate it again, and that's like +100. So anyway, 10 spells, no traps. It's a good deck, guys. You can tell by looking at it. But I've play tested a lot. If there's anything that in my best interest to be running, you know, like, oh, you should be running trade in because you could trade in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it gets his effect. Okay, just put it in the comments. You know, comment below. That's great. I'll consider. Okay. So yeah, side deck. I don't really have it. I don't really have a side deck or whatever because, well, it's hard to you know, side stuff in. It's like, okay, I'm gonna side in a Gemini imps and then wreck this guy's drawing spree. You know, I'm gonna side in a I don't know what he could side in these days. I'm gonna side in a come on, think of something. I don't know. What would you normally side in? You know, kinetic soldiers. What? but it really will break the theme of the deck if you had like a regular spell or a trap. That's probably not gonna help. I have the Macrocosmos for Dark Worlds, but you know, it's just a very difficult deck to side. So I just put in a bunch of fairies, but I don't think I'd ever bring these in. Um, and then yeah, the extra deck standard stuff. You can do whatever you want with those. I like this guy though. You go Hyperion, pop pop, overlay, this guy, pop pop pop, game, you know. So yeah, just let me know what you guys think about this deck. I think it has, you know, potential to be tier 3. That would be amazing. Just comment below, and Blue Eyes White Boy, and I'm out.